Welcome once again to another edition of Shelf Life Book Reviews Online. Thank you as always for taking the time to watch my videos. Hopefully you will find them informative, and when you go to your local bookstore you'll consider the book that I'm about to review for you. And the book this time out is Dead Against Her by Melinda Leigh. This is published by Montlake and it retails for $23.95. This is book 5 in the BREE TAGGERT series. She is a sheriff in a small town in upstate New York, and those who have followed the series have found she's had a very complex and difficult life. Her father was abusive, her sister was murdered, and she got into the law enforcement business as a sheriff to bring felons to their knees and make sure that those who are guilty do pay the ultimate price. This is a very interesting book. It begins with we're not sure the narrator. We don't know who the narrator is, but they are standing in front of two people who are tied to chairs. They are Eugene Oscar and his mother, his elderly mother, Camilla. The person is taunting them, and the mother starts to protest, and the person who's there with the gun shoots her in the head, killing her instantly. The son, begs for mercy, and we know he's not going to get out alive. The person who is there in front of them, as I say, we don't know if they're male or female, shoots Eugene in one knee, shoots him in the other knee, shoots him in the shoulder, then shoots him in the head, and he dies. So how BREE TAGGERT comes into the situation, a neighbor is doing a wellness check, and he has not heard from Camilla because she basically lived by herself, though the son seemed to have moved in not too long ago. BREE goes there with the neighbor, finding the two bodies. So it begins a most interesting case. Eugene Oscar was a former sheriff in the department that BREE TAGGERT was part of. In fact, she had to fire him. He was notorious for his style of intimidation and improprieties while he was on the job. And there were others who were also with him who were also let go because of the way they did business. And so let's just say people suspect that maybe BREE killed him because the two weren't exactly on the best of terms when he was released, and they threatened one another. So anyways, also part of the case, as BREE finds out, on the internet are pornographic pictures of her doing sex films. Now, of course, she didn't do it. Someone has somehow superimposed her head. They're deep fakes, and but people believe that this is really her doing porno films. A sheriff from a small town suddenly has to do porno films. So the town is in an uproar. People want her to resign. And while she's trying to find the killer of Eugene and his mother Camilla, she must deal with the public backlash. Her son at school is bullied. His classmates taunt him, that his mother's a porn star. And so it becomes an interesting thing. Now, also part of the case is Matt Ryan. He was formerly with the sheriff's department, and now he is a canine handler. In fact, he's training a dog that is part of the book, and it's very interesting. It's very complex as well, too, because we know, of course, that BREE is not in porno films, and she's not a killer, but people point their fingers that she had something to do with the murders. Now, we don't know why the murders took place, but as the book continues, we find out who had a grudge. There are many family members in the Eugene Oscar and Camilla family tree who seem to be jealous and seem to want the farm that is going to be empty as Camilla died. Who did she leave it for in the will? And so it becomes most interesting as Melinda Leigh writes. She writes very complex books. BREE TAGGERT is a most complex person because of the life she has led before this. And we root for her every step of the way as she tracks down and finally corners the suspects in the murders. I won't say what sex they are. But anyways, it gets all cleared up with the porno films too. So if you're looking for a very interesting book, Dead Against Her is very highly recommended. So when you go to your local bookstore, have a look at this book and check it out, and hopefully you will purchase it. So that's the book I wanted to draw to your attention. Please let me know if you agree with me. So until we meet again, and we will very, very soon with another great work of fiction, stay safe, stay sane, stay social distancing, and do stay in touch. And thanks again for watching. Bye for now.